Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Caribbean Ducks here. I'm in the backyard once again, and I like to show you a couple of the stuff that I have in my yard here that I often use in my cooking, in my ingredients. And this one here is the allspice. We have a lot of berries coming out here, and this is used for many ingredients, many purposes. But there's another plant that I want to show you that a lot of you may not have seen, but you use it in a lot of your ingredients, a lot of your cooking, a lot of your baking. And this is it. This is our bay rum tree, the bay leaf that we use often. A lot of you never get to see how it grows, but this is bay leaf. And when you dry this, you can use it in many recipes. People use it for cooking, for baking. In the West Indies, this is more prevalent in the West Indies. It's easily grown there because of the temperature and the climate. But this is used in such thing as bay rum, the Caribbean bay rum. This is used in deodorants and spices and all kinds of stuff. It's also used to make teas. Helps with the digestive system. I often use this. It helps with relaxing the muscle pain, muscle ache, back pain. A lot of stuff that it's used for, and there's many more uses. We show a great deal of appreciation for this wonderful plant and all that it has to offer. So we're going to use this in our recipe to create a wonderful home-cooked dish. Join me in the backyard. Glad you can be here.
People from there, people from far, Caribbean people wherever you are, people up north, people down south, people in the east, people in the west, Caribbean people, you are the best. So yes, take that stress off of you.
For our Blackeye Dahl, we're gonna start with fresh Blackeye peas, soaked in room temperature water. We're gonna let it soak overnight, but first we're gonna pick out any of it that's floating that may not be good and let it soak overnight. And this is what it's gonna look like overnight. The next item we're working with is our vegan chunks. This is our vegan soy chunks that we're rehydrating here in boiling water. It'll take a few minutes to plump up and absorb some of that liquid and double in size. Very tasty. It's a meat substitute. It's a soybean chunks. Very delicious when it's cooked. It takes on any ingredients that you mix it with or cook it with, so it absorbs everything and it becomes like meat. So this is what it looks like. It's double in size and we're ready to use it. So our ingredients includes dried coriander seeds, dried cumin seeds, onion, pepper, garlic, and kosher salt. We're keeping it simple here. We want to get everything to get the real taste of it. We're gonna go in with 1 teaspoon of ground cumin and cut our garlics up here into small pieces. Today's magic number is 5. A little piece of pepper here to add to the layers of flavor. This is a hot pepper, but not extremely hot. We're going to go in with 1 tablespoon of mixed curry, 1 tablespoon of cumin, and 1 tablespoon of ground mixed masala, 1 teaspoon of turmeric mixed with a little bit of water for the paste. Gonna cut some scallions, and we're gonna chop our onions. About a half an onion I'm using here, and some pepper to flavor it all. And our magic number 5 for the garlic. Nice fat cloves of garlic. 5 is our magic number for the garlics today. chop everything up and we add it to a mixing bowl. And now for added layer, we're gonna go in with a piece of ground ginger. Freshly ground ginger adds so much level of taste. And of course, we gotta go in with a couple of sprigs of fresh thyme. And now we're gonna dice some tomatoes. I have 2 medium-sized tomatoes here that we're gonna cut into small pieces. And that we're gonna use to flavor our curry towards the end when we turn the heat off. Next, we're gonna chop a small sprig of celery for added layers of flavor. Just cut it into small pieces and we're gonna set it to the side. We wanna make our curry flavorful. So whatever we chop up and add to our curry is gonna absorb and take on that flavor. Yes, guys. Just set it to the side. Now we're in the backyard here. I'm gonna bring about 3 cups of water to a boil. We're gonna heat up about 2.5 to 3 tablespoons of cooking oil, and we're gonna fry our curry paste. This is best done outdoors. As you imagine the aroma that fills the air, we want to cook it down a little bit to get the rawness out. And I'm gonna add a few leaves of our curry leaf. Extra layers of flavor here, guys. Let it fry for a few minutes, and then we're gonna go in with the rest of the aromatics that we chopped earlier. We're gonna let it saute into that curry paste and release all the flavors. Crush your peppers and let it cook down. Then we're gonna add our soybean chunks. No waters yet, so we're gonna bunjal this without any liquid so that it absorbs everything. So after a few minutes of being sauteed in the curry paste, we're gonna add about a 1/4 cup of water, and we're gonna let it continue to cook on slow heat. Allow it to absorb all that seasoning and the aromas and the aromatics. And cover it down and get back to that. Now our water's come up to a boil, and we're gonna add our bay leaves. We're gonna have 3 bay leaves. Add our soaked beans into it. Our garlic and onions. We're gonna add our pepper, salt, toasted ground cumin, a small piece of vegetable Maggi cube, and a little pinch of masala goes in. And we're gonna allow this to cook and tenderize and get back to it. Now our curry has been cooking for a little while. It's nice and tender. Smelling wonderful here. It's looking like real meat. So guys, joining me today in the garden, in the backyard for the cook, is our parrots here. We got Jack and Pinkie Pie here. So we're gonna hear them squawking sometimes. So here's my garden tip of the day. If you want to have beautiful plants like this that produce nice, delicious peppers, if you have coffee ground or discarded tea bags, add that to your planter, and you'll see you'll get beautiful plants that produce wonderful fruits just like this. Give it a try, you'll see. We have nice green chili peppers coming here. Garden tips to you guys. Now back to our curry. It's coming to the end. We're coming down here. The water is starting to dry down and looking like real Bunjal meat here. So what I'm gonna do is turn my heat off. Give it a last stir. And now I'm gonna go in with our diced tomatoes and Cover it down and let it cook with residual heat. Now back to our Dahl pot.
Dahl that we're cooking here.
Our Blackeye is tenderizing and coming along well.
Dahl. It's coming good. Beans are
Cover it down. Get back to that in a few minutes. After a few minutes,
slow heat, but now
our pot is nice and flavored with the bay leaf, and now it's time to remove it.
Bay leaves are releasing here.
How many of you know what this is? Take a good look at it. And for you young kids, no, it's not a sprocket or a gear for anything. This is actually a tool that's used in the kitchen. How many of you know what this is called? Yes, it's called a Dahl. And before we had even those electrical appliances or those submersible blender, this is what we use. Yeah, this is what we crush the Dahl with and make it to a fine liquidy consistency, just like that. Dahl.
Now that our black-eyed peas is becoming nice and tender, it's time to go in with our Dahl chutney, and this is called swizzling. And what we're actually doing here is crushing the peas into smaller pieces so it becomes like a nice puree. And we're getting it into that Dahl consistency here. And we're gonna cover it down and come back to that for some more swizzling. But now I want to talk to you about our Karela.
I'm out in the backyard to show you another secret. See this stuff here that's growing along the fence? Holds a tiny secret. It might be a very important secret for some people because it aids in controlling your sugar level. For all you diabetic people here that need some help and want to eat healthy, this is one of the items that grow actually wild. And I encourage it and I give it water and feed it so that it can grow. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Also known to us as Karela, holds a tiny secret. You can eat the seeds. Actually, the red part of the seeds is very edible and sweet. And to aid in the propagation, you can just spit the seeds out wherever you want it to grow. No care necessary. However, we're not interested in the ripe ones. We're interested in the green ones. The little green ones make an excellent dish to go along with your Dahl and rice.
So because we want to add some spice in our life, we're going to add a few chili peppers to the Dahl. Cover it down, let it cook some more. Now for Karela or Karela, we're going to go in with some sauteed onion here, a little bit of pepper, garlic. Simple recipes, guys. You can follow along. Anybody can do this. And now we're going with our Karela that's been cut and cleaned and washed. And we're gonna saute that because we want to get this natural flavor going. We're not gonna add too much stuff to it. So just a little bit of black pepper and let that saute on low heat. A little bit of salt to taste. And that's it, guys. We're gonna let that fry up and saute there on low heat to add to our meal today. Nice and delicious. And I mentioned that it's very healthy. It combats diabetes, gets your blood sugar down. Even the leaf of this plant is good. So now, how many of you know what's going on here? All my West Indian people, you should know about this. We're getting ready to chunky our Dahl here. We got some cumin seeds, some coriander, and now we're going in with our sliced garlic. We're gonna toast it up. As soon as the garlic begins to brown, we're gonna get ready to do this magic moment here. So everything has been toasted, and we're getting ready to chunky this Dahl, just like you would do with split peas. We're gonna do that with our Blackeye Dahl. That adds a nice smoky level of flavor here to the pot. Yes, guys, we chunky and get ready to cover it down immediately and lock in all those flavors. That's it, guys. We're done here. Our Dahl is nice and smooth in consistency. Our Karela has been fried up nicely. Our Bunjal meat is ready to eat. So now we plate up. I hope you guys like this easy, quick recipe in the backyard. Please give me a thumbs up. If this brings back some memories to you with some Bunjal chunks, we're doing vegan today. Please like and subscribe and share. Lots of flavor going on here. Simple, easy recipe. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day, guys.